When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Amy says, hey, Ben and Kelly, I've got something for your group therapy segment.
Okay.
I have made a recent friend. We'll call her Maria.
Hi, Maria.
She's new to Louisville, single, great personality, great job, great outlook on life. Basically, she's a catch.
Okay.
I know she's interested in finding someone.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been friends for a long time, but I think I found Maria's perfect love match. We'll call him Dave.
Hi, Dave.
He would be perfect for her. Here's the thing. We used to date.
Mm-hmm.
But he and Maria have everything in common.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with him. We just couldn't get it to work. Anyway, Maria doesn't know Dave, would have no idea that he and I used to date.
Mm-hmm.
So should I hook them up? Should we keep the relationship secret at first? Would you be okay if someone wanted to date one of your exes? Would you date an ex of a friend of yours? Help! I don't want the fact that he and I dated to prevent her from potentially finding a great guy here in Louisville.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Well, I mean, I think that I think she has a good relationship with her ex, obviously.
Yeah.
Where
I mean, there's no hard feelings, and she
Right.
thinks he's a great guy. They just weren't right for each other.
Right. Where it's a thing where, okay, hey, maybe it didn't work for me, but maybe for you. I mean, to answer your question, I don't know if I would have a problem with a friend dating an ex. I don't think. It's never.
I think the only time it's a problem is if there's residual feelings.
It's never happened to me before, so I don't know what that would feel like. So I don't know if you've been in that situation and can provide some insight on the murky waters or maybe not so murky waters of friends dating one of your exes. Maybe you could weigh in on this.
Yeah, E from LJ said, in my opinion, the friend, not Maria, should say, hey, I used to date this guy. He and I just couldn't make it work, and I think he'd be perfect for you. Do you want me to introduce you?
That's a good way to put it, where you just kind of put it out there at first, like, hey, this guy, I know him. We used to date, but he would be perfect for you.
Now, here's the other thing. I feel like, though, do you go to the guy first and say, hey, would you be open to me introducing you to someone because I've got a new friend I think would be a perfect match for you? Do we get his okay first before she mentions it to the friend? Because what if she mentions it to the friend and then
the
she goes
like,
back to the guy and he's like, no, sorry, no, I'm not interested. And then she's gotten her new friend's hopes up, and then he says no. So do we go to the guy first and say, hey, I've got this girl, would you be interested in meeting her? And if she's okay with it, and then do we do that first? I feel like we do.
I don't know. I don't know. What's the etiquette there? What's the
protocol?
What's the protocol? Is there some? Anyways, if you've got a story, we'd love to hear about your situation with maybe friends and dating an ex, or hooking up a friend with one of your exes and how it all worked out. That could probably help Amy here. It's group therapy here on 99.7 DJX. Can be tough for locals. Can be even tougher for people who are new to the city. That's the situation. Amy's friend is new to the city. We're calling her Maria. She's a catch. She thinks she's found the perfect guy for her. However, it's Amy's ex.
Yeah, but they've got a good relationship. She was like, there's nothing wrong with him at all. We just didn't, work out. Wasn't right for me. But I think he's right for her. So is that okay? Is that, fair game?
Message from a listener. Do you see Maria, this friend in your life, in 5 years? Are you at the stage in your life where you are stable and in that situation won't change for a couple years? If yes, then, and you sound like grown people and you can handle the situation properly, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Lisa said my little jaded heart must be softening a bit because I agree with Kelly. Speak to the guy first. Because we had mentioned, all right, if you say something to your friend like, hey, I got a guy, used to date him. Are you cool with that? But, I suggested maybe we go to the guy first to make sure he's interested to begin with in meeting, one of Amy's friends for a potential date. So, yeah, Lisa said if he's interested, then be honest about the past with a friend. Let her decide. Easy peasy.
Nancy says, I'm sure this won't be a popular opinion, but if you value your friendship at all, don't do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Rhonda says, be careful. I hooked a friend up with an ex of mine, and he cheated on her, and they broke up. In hindsight, I would have told her that's why we broke up, too.
Oh, come on now.
Because she stopped talking to me after that and blames me for her heartache. Okay. All I'm saying is be careful, because if they don't work out, it could be the end of your friendship.
Okay,
Rhonda, don't you think?
That is, okay.
Rhonda,
that's not the case here.
Rhonda.
That's not the case here.
Don't you? I feel like.
You probably should have mentioned that.
You
Rhonda,
probably
why are
should
you
have
setting
said
friends up with cheaters.
With a cheater.
If you know the guy cheated, maybe those are the ones we don't set up with our friends.
Or you're very, very transparent with that. Like, hey, I've got this guy. He's my ex. I mean, he cheated on me, and that's why we broke up. But
I think he'd be great for you.
Maybe he's reformed cheater, and maybe he'll be right for you.
That's a no for me, dog.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Okay, but that's not the case here.
Randy says
ex is a good guy.
On Facebook, don't keep it a secret. Just tell her what you told us. He's great. We couldn't make it work. However, there are absolutely no feelings or regret between us, and I'd love to see two awesome people like y'all hit it off. So
perfect way to put it.
Yep. And then Randy goes on and says, if you keep it a secret, you may wonder if there is something more between you, and that's why you didn't tell her. It just looks suspicious. So, yeah, Maria deserves the chance to make that decision for herself. So
okay. But we go to the ex first, make sure he's open to the idea, and then if he is, then we go to Maria.
All right. Hey, I like this.
I think that's what we do. I like that too.
I like this.
That's a good plan. Now, it's going to work out, and they're going to get married, and it's going to be great. And we'll finally get rid of that Michael Graves toaster.
Someday.
You see how quickly I just made a couple giant leaps to the wedding. How great is that?
Right. I need to probably plug it in and see if it even still works. It's probably been in my trunk for 15 years.
Grab a piece of bread, see if it toasts.
All right. Well, hey, good luck, Amy. It sounds like you're in a good spot, and it sounds like Maria is a catch. And if nothing else, Tess texted us and said, if it doesn't work out, Andrew the Love Doctor is still single. Andrew the Love Doctor,
true statement.
Calls
and
our
we
show.
know he's a good guy. We can vouch for that.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you. Keep us posted. That is Group Therapy 9-7. We'll do it coming up.